Hello everybody, my name is Toni, and I'm here with the Everyday Counts program. Welcome and thank you for joining me. We have an hour together for guided meditation. So whether this is your first time or you do this often, offer yourself the opportunity now to settle in to wherever it is you've chosen to listen today. Make sure that you've set all other tasks aside so there's nothing else you need to be focusing on other than resting, softening your gaze or closing your eyes so you don't have to look at anything, and allowing yourself this time to set aside for yourself. There's no right or wrong way of doing meditation. You could be seated upright or reclined. You could be lying down in your bed. Anywhere at all that you feel the most comfortable is the perfect place to be. Letting anybody know in your surroundings that for the next hour you'd like to be undisturbed. And then allowing yourself to simply settle in, giving yourself the best opportunity to feel comfortable, adjusting the support underneath and around you for your most comfort. Maybe softening or lowering your gaze, or when you're ready, if you haven't already, go ahead and close your eyes. And with that closing of your eyes, start to draw your awareness inwards from the space around you, imagining or sensing the size of the space that you're in. Noticing the sounds in this space. Any sounds that leak in. Inside sounds, outside sounds, people sounds, even sounds you may hear from my side. Get comfortable and familiar with everything. And allow yourself to know that no matter what sounds arise from your outside world, they will neither distract nor disturb you from your meditation today. In fact, as sounds come up, you can use them to remind you to allow yourself to let go even more. If you find yourself drifting off at points and not listening to my words, know that that is perfectly normal. You can allow your awareness to drift back to my voice at any time. So when you're ready, take a big breath in and hold that breath right at the top. And when you're ready, exhale out slow and long. And take another few of those held breaths in your own time. And noticing that on that release of every exhale, how you can allow yourself to settle even deeper into the support underneath you. And you can allow yourself as many of those held breaths as you want to. And when you're ready, allowing your breaths to settle in to their own cadence and rhythm. Noticing your body as it rests here. Giving your body full permission to be here. This is the most important place for you to be right now. And the most important process to be listening to. As your body settles in, imagine your energy like a shaken snow globe, starting also to settle down, so all the little flakes of snow, of energy, start to slowly come to rest. Imagine, sense, or feel the locations in your body where you feel that energy, those snowflakes settling down and resting into. And as you sense that happening, notice your energy settling. Draw your awareness inside your body, noticing a place that you would consider to be the very center of you. And that will be different for each of us. So sensing, imagining, or choosing a location in your body that feels the most central, where you would consider to be the deepest part of you. Get comfortable and familiar with wherever it is that you've chosen. No right, no wrong. Imagine this location that you've chosen like a light. A soft light, any color you choose, or simply a white or golden light in that very central part of you. And allow yourself to gather any energy that you may have left in the last week or day or even hour with someone else or a situation or a circumstance that you may have left little bits of energy. And allow yourself now to gather those little specks of light that you may have left scattered around in different places or with different people. And gather all that back in to that central place. Take your time and allow that to be complete. Notice how it feels with all of your energy gathered back inside of yourself. Imagine, sense, or feel that light now from that very central part of you, growing and spreading through your whole being. And as that grows and spreads, imagine every cell that it touches, every fiber of your body, dissolving tension, releasing stress as it spreads through to the tips of your fingers and thumbs, all the way down to your toes and all the way up to the crown of your head, filling your whole body with light. Inner body, outer body, back body, and front body. Imagining your whole body alight now with the color you've chosen. And that light dissolving any tension that may be present, any discomfort. Everything starts to feel easier as you can allow your body to start to unwind and let go of anything that it doesn't need. And you might even notice how you're already more relaxed than you were just moments ago. Notice how easy this feels here, deep down in the very center of your bones. Feeling how comfortable your joints feel. And and noticing how easy your inner organs are. As your muscles start to release and loosen. Everything feeling easy and soft. As your whole body is allowed to let go. Feeling a peacefulness wash through you deeply. And it feels so good to finally find some tranquility. As you start to allow your awareness to rest on your breath just as it is. Noticing your breath and the rhythm as it comes and goes. Nothing to change. Noticing your rhythm of breath. We all breathe differently. There's no right and wrong way to breathe. Noticing as the breath comes in and out. Starting to notice the whole cycle of breath. The inhale all the way to the top. The brief pause at the top of the breath. And the soft exhale all the way to the bottom. And the pause at the bottom of the exhale before the inhale starts again. Noticing each part of the breath. Starting to place your awareness in the brief pauses at the top of the inhale and the very bottom of the exhale. No matter how brief. When the breath is neither coming nor going. In fact, in those pauses, there's nothing that needs to happen at all, just for a beat just for a moment. Sense into those brief pauses. The pause at the top of the inhale may feel very different to the pause at the bottom of the exhale. I invite you to explore in those brief pauses a stillness of the thoughts. Just in those brief pauses at the top and the bottom of the breath, allow the mind to be still. Practice softening and stilling the thoughts in those brief pauses at the top and the bottom of the breath. Allowing the thoughts to stay away. And any tension or tightness that may be present, allow that to soften at the brief pauses at the top and the bottom of the breath as well. So those brief pauses at the top and the bottom of the breath become like a tiny holiday from everything. Pauses in between everything, between the breath, between the thoughts, between any sensation. noticing how those brief pauses feel to you. When you're ready, in your own time, allow any strain, any work involved to dissolve, so the breath and the thoughts and the sensations simply come back to their own natural rhythm. Notice how you feel after that practicing of pausing. And when you're ready, bring into your awareness as best as you can the image of a clear and still lake. A clear and still lake. Maybe a lake you know well, or one from your imagination or a picture you may have seen. Imagine, sense, or feel this clear and still lake as best as you can. Imagine it, sense it, or feel it as if you were really there, being on the shore of that lake. Imagine, sense, or feel it as best as you can, as clearly and as vividly as you can. Imagine every single aspect of it. Notice the size of the lake in front of you. Look around and notice how clear the water is. Notice the surroundings, the foliage, the trees, if there are any. Notice if the shore of the lake is sand or pebbles or something else. Imagine and sense it as clearly and as vividly as you can. Noticing the colors around you. Looking upwards and noticing the blue sky. It's the perfect day. And the water on top of the lake is so still. It reflects the sky perfectly. Imagine, sense, or feel the temperature of the air, adjusting it to what feels perfect for you. There may be even certain scents in the air, fragrances from the earth, the water itself, or the trees around you. And there's no one else here. It's just you. And you feel comfortable and completely at ease on the bank of your clear and still lake. Noticing the sounds around you too, maybe of birds or insects, dragonflies skating over the water. Listening maybe even to the sound of your breath on this still day. And allow yourself to rest on the side of the shore. And maybe there's a perfect resting place for you to sit so you can see the lake perfectly, looking at all the colors and textures around you to feel so alive. Noticing every aspect of being on the side of your lake. The lake that is still and clear. Allowing yourself to settle, and as you settle there on the side of the lake, allowing all tension, discomfort to dissolve as you rest here. And it feels so good to allow yourself this tranquility that surrounds you, feeling so at ease, so comfortable. And as you rest here, send your awareness out now across the clear, still surface of the lake to the very center, hovering your awareness right over the center of the lake, as if you have left your body entirely and your awareness is resting at the very center of the lake, just above the surface of the water, allowing yourself the perfect view from all around. Taking in once more the blue of the sky, the colors, the textures, the sounds and smells. Even noticing yourself as you rest at the side of the lake way off. And it feels so peaceful and so calm. And allow your awareness now to dip into the water, that clear, still water, and rest just underneath the surface of the water, looking up through that still water. The sounds now of the outside have dulled as you are under the water, feeling relaxed and at ease. The colors also are muted through the water. Even the color of the blue sky above you isn't quite as vivid. The smells and the sounds, not quite as clear. And it feels calmer here underneath the surface of the water. Your awareness resting here. As you start to feel your awareness starting to move downwards through the water. And as that happens, the colors change. The sounds are far away now. And there are no smells under the surface of the water here. The light gets dimmer and you start to feel calmer without all the stimulation from above. And as you settle down, going further and further down, feeling a deep tranquility and calmness settle over your awareness. As you travel further down and the light starts to dim, and there's a really calm, peaceful energy that starts to settle all around your awareness. Further down now, until the light disappears. And far, far beneath the surface of the water, like a pebble settling onto the very bottom of the lake itself. Settling your awareness deep down now, in this deep, calm, quiet. Noticing the stillness not only without but within your awareness. That calm, calm, quiet. As your awareness stills. Getting used to the peace down here. Giving yourself time to adjust to this deep peace. the bottom of the lake. It's so quiet and calm. And even if way above, on the surface of the lake, even if a gentle wind picks up and ripples the top of the lake, the bottom of the lake is still quiet and still. And even if at the surface the weather picks up and it starts to rain, pitter-patting on the surface of the lake, deep down in the stillness at the bottom of the lake, nothing changes, nothing moves. And even on the surface of the lake, if the wind starts howling and the waves on the surface of the lake pick up, splashing boisterously on the edges, even if there are storm clouds and the blue sky fills over with dark clouds and there is lightning and thunder above, at the very bottom of the lake, all is calm, all is still and peaceful. As the storm rages around and above, there is nothing that moves the quiet, peaceful depth of the lake. This deep peace of the lake is the very center of you. And even though life moves and shakes and is volatile, just like on the surface of the lake, there is always this place of deep calm within you. This deep central place within. And the more often you visit this place of deep tranquility, of deep peace, where the wind doesn't rock you, the more familiar it will become, and the easier it'll be to access when the storm does rage above. So get familiar with this place, this deep, peaceful resource within you, within your conscious awareness. Feel it in every part of your being and allow it to be familiar and comfortable to you. keeping this deep peacefulness inside. Like that pebble on the bottom of the lake, turning into a bubble, starting to rise, but with that deep sense connected to that tranquility. The bubble slowly rises, and light starts to appear above as your awareness rises through the depths up towards the surface of the lake, starting to notice the glint and the color of the sky above. And as you get further and closer towards the surface, other colors start to peek through. Muffled sounds come into your awareness as well, and yet that deep tranquility is anchored into the very center of your awareness. That bubble rising to just below the surface, noticing the different colors through the water, the sounds that are louder now. And when you're ready, allow your awareness to lift up from beneath the surface to above it, hovering in the middle of the lake above the surface of the water. And that awareness of all the sounds around you, the smells, the taste of the air, the life on the surface of the lake, the sunshine as it shines down, the blue sky, the colors, the textures, and everything, every aspect of the lake around you, this life. And still you feel that deep connection to the calm quietness under the surface, down at the bottom of the lake, deep within you. Allowing your awareness to skate over the surface of that clear and still lake, and rejoining your body as you rest on the bank of the lake. And as your consciousness merges with your body, you have a deep awareness to the very center of yourself. That core tranquility deep inside. And as you experience this life around you, the busyness, the sounds, the textures, the colors, the weather, the sky, the trees, the birds, still the deep connection to that very quiet central part of you is still felt and abundant. Rest here, noticing the two, the life around you, the quietness within. around you to soften and dissolve like sugar in water. As you come back to resting in the space that you're in right now, in this moment, feeling your body supported, the space around you, allowing the sounds around you to become and melt as part of your awareness. And yet that deep connection to the deep tranquility, the peace within is still there, still very present. If you are resting before sleep, you can drift off down, drifting into a deep sleep. And if you need to stop this recording before that happens, know that that will not distract or disturb you from drifting into a deep and restful sleep. And for those of you who wish to finish your practice, allowing your hands to rest over your heart, maybe, or another gesture that suits you in this moment, maybe even resting your palms over that location in your body that seems to be the very quiet, tranquil center of you. Take a breath in, and on an exhale, draw your chin softly towards your chest, honoring yourself. And tap back into that very center core of you, that deep peacefulness, knowing that you can come back here at any time during the day or night. When the storm rages around us, at all times we can tap back into the deeper peace within. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.